Hey, what's up guys? This is Cole with CJC Off-Road. Today we have another exciting build feature for you guys. This is another 2023 truck. They're starting to trickle through the shop, and so we saw this really cool Tremor roll through, and we figured we'd put together a feature for you guys showcasing what we did. Now, the truck behind me is a Tremor package truck, and we'll get all kinds of people calling, asking, hey, if I'm gonna build one of these trucks, do I buy a Tremor, do I buy a regular Super Duty? I'll waste my money just throwing away parts if I'm buying this upgrade. There are a lot of upgrades that the Tremor offers that can still be taken advantage of with a nicer suspension setup like this. You get more gear options, you get a differential, that locks with the press of a button, you get the taller cut valence that everyone else is trying to buy for their trucks. So there are a lot of little things. And in the suspension itself on the Tremor trucks isn't much, in my opinion, at this point in time. You're getting basically taller front coils, more similar to what Ford had on the regular 17 and 19 Super Duties. You're getting F350 rear springs with the three main springs in the pack. So actually, interestingly, even though the Tremor is the off-road model, so to speak, you're actually getting a stiffer, more of a towing-oriented rear spring package. And that's where these cool suspension upgrades enter. So in this case, we threw on the Carli Pintop system. You're getting a lighter spring rate up front. You're getting about 1.5 to 2 inches of lift on a Tremor. Non-Tremor models are actually getting about 3.5 inches of front lift. Paired with that lighter spring rate, you're getting custom tuned shocks all around. So Carli takes these shocks, does completely custom valving profiles internally, uses custom pistons on these kings, and basically designs the shocks to entirely improve both ride quality and handling. Really cool combination altogether, and something that I feel is very unique to these Carli systems. Beyond that, they have all the necessary geometry correction components. So you have front bump stop drop, custom longer brake lines instead of some sort of brake line tab, so you're not overextending your factory brake lines. Caster shims to help dial in the truck's caster, bring the alignment back toward factory specs. And beyond that, actually a variety of supporting components. So what I described to you just now is the Carli base Pintop system, right? So coils, front and rear shocks, adjustable track bar. Basically everything needed to bring up the front of this truck and then to change out your rear shocks. Beyond that, we also have the option for full progressive rear leaf springs, which we added on this truck. So instead of these stiff towing rear springs that this Tremor came with from the factory, we have these nice progressive, much softer riding Carli full progressive rear leaf springs. They tend to work really well and are a really nice option for these Pintop systems. And on a Tremor model, it sits relatively similar to stock in the back, which is what I like, right? So this truck is still very functional, great daily driver height all around. You're not building a monster truck out with this system. For me, if I was going to purchase a new Tremor and upgrade, this is exactly how I would do it. Beyond that, it has Carli's torsion sway bar. Carli's torsion sway bar replaces a stiff factory rate sway bar on the front of this truck with a more progressive, lighter rate bar. The factory Ford sway bar on these trucks is actually designed around being able to tow a camper setup in the bed. We're basically running a slide-in camper, right? So very high center of gravity. And with those sorts of constraints, the factory sway bar on these trucks have to be very stiff. Most of us aren't putting slide-in campers in the back of these trucks. And so with that in mind, Carli designed the sway bar for a typical daily driver application. And the result is a much more comfortable truck on the road. You pull in a driveway, you're not gonna hit your head on the side of the window with the truck rocking back and forth. Uneven roads, the truck doesn't feel like it's all over the place. It feels very composed. It feels like the tires are trying to stay on the ground. Really cool upgrades. Beyond that, this has a Carli high mount steering stabilizer. What this is a drop-in steering stabilizer replacement for the truck's factory stabilizer. When running larger tires like a 37 inch or even a 35-inch tire, they really help to reduce steering wheel feedback on these trucks. A very interesting thing to note about these upgraded suspension systems on these trucks is, especially these Tremors, they really don't have a lot of suspension travel from the factory, right? So we put this truck on the lift to go ahead and install suspension on it. The front suspension barely droops out. Rear suspension really doesn't move at all. And what these systems really look to address is that travel number. So what you're upgrading to with a Carli system is about 9 inches of front travel, about 13 inches of rear travel with how this truck is equipped currently. And a lot of people might say, hey, I drive this truck on the street. What does that sort of thing matter? It actually makes a huge difference because when you say you take the truck at high speed over a bump, the suspension isn't, It's basically want to keep the tires on the ground, right? You're not basically having the truck bounce up and down in this short little range of travel. Truck is, doing everything it can to stay composed, but beyond that, in terms of off-road capability, it's a game changer. So say you take this truck off-road, these 9 and 13-inch travel figures are much more in line with what you'd expect of like a Ford Raptor or a TRX or something along those lines, right? So you're gaining the capability of an HD truck, the diesel, powertrain, all that sort of thing, and you're pairing that with the off-road capability and suspension travel that you'd expect of a more of a performance off-road built truck. And it really makes for a cool all-around setup, right? So you're getting the ride quality handling on a daily driver, but you're also getting a truck that's way more capable on the weekends. So it's a really cool all-around package. And in my opinion, it's the ultimate way to equip one of these trucks for all-around usage. A very interesting thing to note with this truck and with these suspension systems in general is a very big component of ride quality is actually your wheel and tire package. Now, you'll see a lot of people online like, hey, I want to run 22 by 14s with 33-inch tires. How do I make this truck ride good? To be honest with you, those combinations never really ride good. They just really don't work. A major component of suspension performance on these trucks is actually going to be sidewall. And basically, when we put together wheel and tire packages for these trucks, if we run an optimal amount of sidewall, that is one of the main recipes beyond the suspension itself and in terms of improving ride quality. So what this particular truck received was 17-inch Racine Rogue Wheels. And this is a really cool thing, by the way. 17-inch wheels still fit on the 2023 trucks, even the Tremor models. So in case anyone's wondering, you do have that option on these trucks. And we paired those wheels with 37 by 12.5 by 17 BFG KM3 tires. Now these are kind of BFG's more recent kind of hybrid mud terrain tire for these trucks. It actually runs a little bit smaller in size. So if you look at it, it may seem a little smaller than some of the 37-inch tires in our other videos. And the reason for that is this tire measures more like a 36-inch tire. But at the same time, that's a really nice thing because you're basically doing as little as you can to, basically raw power from the drivetrain. This thing required zero trimming, so made for a very easy installation. And actually, these tires felt pretty good on the road, so it's actually a really cool tire option for this truck. This owner's gonna be really happy with how this truck rides and handles with these tires. And now, a lot of you guys are saying, hey, how do I install these 17s on my truck? It does require a specific technique. If you have questions or you're looking for 17-inch wheels to fit your truck, feel free to give us a call. We'll be happy to run you through the process, let you know exactly what you need to help get you dialed in for your build. Now, we were really excited to get this 2023 Tremor in the shop and show you guys what we can do with these trucks. It's safe to assume that we have some really cool suspension options for these new 2023s, including the Tremor models. We can address a lot of what we feel are the shortcomings with the factory suspension on these trucks with these upgrades. There's still a lot more to come, right? So we have a lot more stuff in prototyping right now in terms of lighting and other upgrades we'll be showing you guys soon. I'd say this is relatively early in the product cycle for these 2023 trucks, but we really want to kind of get out there and show you guys what's available for these trucks now. We want to take a lot of the guesswork out of it and basically show you guys how to improve not only how your truck looks, but how it works and handles as well. We really hope you guys enjoyed checking out this 2023 Tremor as much as we did. I feel this truck is night and day transformed from stock. If you guys have any questions on how to dial in your truck, or if you're looking to even purchase a truck, you want to know, hey, what are you guys looking at ordering? We're happy to help out with that. We have a ton of experience with these trucks, and we're happy to share that with you guys as well. So if you enjoy what you watch, feel free to subscribe and keep an eye out for a lot more really cool content coming up soon.